Well, in this morning's Smart Start, everyone, we start off with the second week of a trial for the man accused of killing a young girl in Rochester 40 years ago.
That is now 60-year-old Timothy Williams, accused of raping and murdering 14-year-old Wendy Jerome. Last week at trial, we heard from a retired homicide investigator from RPD on the stand, one of the first testimonies, saying he found Jerome's body in the city on Rosewood Terrace. He told the jury the victim had significant signs of trauma. The defense is trying to cast doubt on the link between the evidence and Williams.
Well, also in court today, sentencing for James Hampton, one of two men arrested after a teen girl was locked inside of a Rochester corner store 2 years ago and raped. Now, Hampton pled guilty to a weapons charge last month. His co-defendant, Shadad El-Gaithi, was sentenced to spend the next 17 years behind bars after he pled guilty to rape as well as a gun charge.
Police are still searching for suspects in a triple shooting from Rochester that happened early Saturday around 12:30 on Exchange Street. A 20-year-old was found wounded on the sidewalk near Flint. The two other victims, 33 and 40 years old, were dropped off at the hospital. All three men are expected to survive. Officers say there was some sort of crowd inside the building in that area when the shooting happened, though it's unclear what exactly started it.
A drunk driver arrested Saturday night on 490 following a crash. The expressway near Chi-Lai Center Coldwater Road was blocked off for some time after deputies say that a driver ran into a car parked on the side of the road there. Deputies say that a drunk man was inside of that parked car and he was arrested for DWI. Minor injuries have thus far been reported.
In Irondequoit, police have been on patrol outside Blue Palm Grill after the Busy Barn restaurant was shot up early Saturday. No one inside was hit. Police say someone was in the parking lot firing at least 3 shots at the bar before they left in a vehicle. We're told the State Liquor Authority will be there following up with the business this week, and police meantime say they do have a heightened presence in the area for the foreseeable future.
A temporary ceasefire in Gaza could be on the horizon if Hamas accepts the terms, but this also comes as the U.S. has started airdropping humanitarian assistance into Gaza, and here at home, protesters say this is not enough.
We heard from them as the fighting enters its 6th month in the war. Activists were in downtown calling for a permanent ceasefire and for the U.S. to stop supporting Israel. This was just one of hundreds of Hands Off Rafah Global Day of Action events.
People are feeling a lot of grief and a lot of rage, and they need a place to congregate to express that and to tell our elected officials that we care about this and we need them to do something about that.
City Council member Stanley Martin was also there at the rally Saturday, saying she hopes to introduce a ceasefire resolution within City Hall this month.
Well, for our consumers out there, Trader Joe's is recalling more than 60,000 pounds of its steamed chicken dumpling soup over fears that it might be contaminated with hard plastic. Take a look. If you have them at home, the products have a Best By date of March 7th, 2025. No illnesses or injuries reported so far, but if you have the food in question at home, just throw it away or bring it back to Trader Joe's for a full refund.
This month, March, is Red Cross Month, and for that, the organization is celebrating with an auction, all to support essential services.
Yeah, Ron Spitzer joining us live in the studio now, taking a look at some of those items up for bid and how if you want to put in a purchase, it might really help the cause. Ron.
Yes, the initiative is called the March Mission Madness Online Regional Auction. It's a virtual auction filled with goodies ranging from alcohol and jewelry to signed sports memorabilia. The money raised is meant to support ongoing efforts by the organization to respond to disasters like home fires, help families after those disasters, collect and transport donated blood, and provide case services to active and retired military and their families. The Rochester Executive Director Kenneth Lee says volunteers make up 90% of the National Red Cross workforce. Bidding ends Sunday. For its next project, the Red Cross is tackling home fire safety in at-risk communities by installing free smoke alarms during its Sound the Alarm event. You can learn more about these two initiatives on our website, rochesterfirst.com. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Aran. Further new this morning, headliners announced for this year's Lilac Festival. We got jazz, hip-hop, country, and folk all in the lineup, and it's looking pretty good, including nationally recognized artists like Rochester native Danielle Ponder and the Sky Coasters. The festival will run this May 10th through the 19th. Look forward to it.
New this morning, a successful launch to space for Syracuse native Dr. Jeanette Epps.
Oh, this is a really cool one. 10:53 last night was the official launch time for 4 astronauts, including Epps, on their way to the International Space Station. The launch was originally scheduled for Friday, had to be put off, though, twice due to weather.
Everything that we do on the International Space Station will be a stepping stone from low Earth orbit to the moon. So all that we learn in low Earth orbit, we can use on the moon to develop a permanent presence on the moon eventually, and maybe even use a lot of that stuff that we learn on the space station as well as the moon to take it back to maybe Mars.
Very, very cool stuff. Good luck to them. No backups there where they're going. 490 westbound, though, downtown at the end of the loop. Do have some issues there, and you can see that traffic moving slowly left to right. So, again, that's 490 crossing the river going westbound. We'll check that morning commute again in about half an hour.
We can only hope that they're crawling along there.
No space travel issues.
Oh, these are the days where I bet people are like, you know, flying cars would solve this problem.
Yes.
Working on it.
Right. If you're headed to the airport, though, no issues around here. Better weather here than a lot of the country.
Oh, man.
I know. Snowstorms in California. My goodness. That's what we should be having.
Yeah, that's right. 70 degrees. It's going to be breaking the record when we hit that number there. 8-day forecast looking beyond tomorrow. Yes, again, likely getting the record broken. Then some rain showers coming in, scattered showers through Wednesday morning.
That's awesome. And springing forward, changing the clocks, alarms, check everything in the house this weekend. That does it for us here at Sunrise.
Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And your next update is in 30 minutes. So CBS Mornings.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.